Hello everyone, and thank you for coming to this year's CPAC. This year is an exciting year. Not only do we have some amazing speakers joining us, but it's the first time we've done a mixture of in-person as well as online
What?
events.
I'm busy.
Crisis meeting.
What for?
Can't say anything over the phone. You need to get your ass over here. Now.
What, you know I can't. I'm about to speak at CPAC.
Are you serious? You think that's... fine. Look, Reese is here. I guess he'll cover for you. Enjoy your talk.
Women from a variety of backgrounds. Our first speaker is Maddy Peters.
I thought you were supposed to be at that conference.
So did I.
Shame. Yeah, Fergie's still here.
Fancy a drink?
I fancy to know what this is about.
Still coming in as we speak.
You joking?
No.
You told me to leave CPAC because it was an emergency.
Easy, Rockstar. I'm sure your groupies will be waiting for you when you get back.
I cancelled my talk during the talk.
Oh, well, it's like you told me, lads. There's no leisure time in politics.
I suppose you're right, Reese. I mean, it's good I'm here because you have had, 2-3 hours and uncovered... nothing? I would have thought sharp minds such as yourself could have uncovered something by now. I'll tell you what. I'll make it easy. What do you know about this crisis?
Fine. I'll tell you. Bombshell story. Something so big, it'll wipe out all the goodwill that we've made out in the last 8 years.
Who's publishing it?
The Age. Tomorrow. Front page. They know how big a story it is, so they've tightened the screws. Skeleton crew, extra security. Haven't even asked for a right of reply.
Do you think it might be a good idea to call this person who so willingly just gave you this information?
No. They'll call me. Say, said they'd call me around 8:20. It's 8:31 now, so should be any minute now.
You gonna give us a name for this mate of yours?
Well, I wouldn't be that good at keeping secrets if I did that now, would I?
Really? You're gonna do this now? What, when he calls, you're gonna slip into another room, or maybe better yet, Reese and I should just leave the room and we'll give the two of you a little bit of privacy.
Yeah, I'll tell you who he is. You can score me one of those big contracts with the PM.
What are you talking about, Dan?
I'd prefer one like the one he gave that mate of his, you know, that big engineering contract. That'd be nice.
He won that based off his exciting business proposal after a rigorous and selective tender process.
Yak. Bailey!
Did he hang up?
Give me a sec.
Is it him or not?
Say, give me a sec.
Just call him back.
I know what I'm doing.
Did he call or not?
Fuck.
What?
He blocked my call.
What is going on, Dan?
Nothing. He's probably just got bad reception or something. I'll just give him a call back.
How can you if he has bad reception? Dan, if your journalist friend doesn't call us back, I swear to fucking God.
If I tell you, will you calm down? He's a trainee journalist. He's friends with my younger brother. Play cricket together.
Well, is he always this shy? How often does he give you information?
Never. He's not some egotistical chatterbox, like some of us. I knew if I could squeeze him, it'd only be once or twice. So I needed to wait for the perfect story to call him that favour, and tonight is that favour.
Maybe you underestimated how sheepish he is. Is it him?
Yeah, it's him.
Reese,
Bailey, how are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm here, mate. Just had to find a safe place to talk.
Oh, really? Where are you calling from?
Oh, I'm in some utility closet. Cramp's like a green and yellow mop. I can barely talk without this antiseptic smell burning the inside of my mouth.
Why are you calling from an unknown number?
Oh, they confiscated everyone's phones. The manager's a real tight ass. Looked me dead in the eyes and took my phone first. Figured if anyone's going to spill the story, it'll be the newbie. So I grabbed my burner phone to give you a call.
Can you tell us what the story is concerning Bailey?
I'm sorry, who the fuck is that?
Nah, she's cool, she's with me.
What gives, man? You said it was going to be me and you. Who the fuck is she?
She just works for the PM, don't worry about her. That's not important. Dude, when you didn't call, I was...
Hey, fuck you, man. I was avoiding mine to give you a call.
Hi Bailey, my name's Maddy Peters and I'm the Prime Minister's media specialist.
Oh, is the Prime Minister in the room too?
No, he isn't, but I'm here on his behalf.
Really?
Yeah, really, he's very interested in what you have to say.
He is?
Yes, Bailey, very interested. I'm also sure he'd be very, very appreciative of anything that you would be able to divulge.
Hey, I'm happy to divulge. I'm happy to divulge a lot.
Great, Bailey. Now, can you tell us about this bombshell hitting the papers tomorrow?
Yeah, I can. I mean, if Dan says you guys are cool, you guys are all cool.
They're cool.
Okay, well, there's no sense beating around the bush. The story has to do with the minister, Stephen Hayden.
Minister for Energy.
The story focuses on a number of different women with a number of allegations, ranging from sexual harassment, to sexual assault, to even rape.
How many women?
4, although none are on the record, so I can't give you any names, unfortunately.
Wait, they're all off the record. Is that normal for this kind of story?
Not really. It's a little unusual to run a story like this without at least one woman on the record, but it's been made clear to me one woman is some kind of physical proof, but before you ask...
Bailey? Bailey?
Christ. Sounds like he was killed.
I'm just a bit tied up at the moment. Don't call me, I'll call you.
So much for that scoop.
What did you say? You don't get to say shit. Look, the only reason you're here is because Maddy couldn't make it. You can fuck off.
Okay, you two done? What do we do now, Dan?
Fuck if I know. We'll call Stephen. Get him over here. See what we can find out.
That's it?
I'm sorry. Was that your source in the Age that called us just now? No, it wasn't, was it?
Okay, if that's the best you can muster, your abilities as an apparatchik, severely overrated.
Don't talk to me about professionalism, Maddy. Not from you.
I'm going for a smoke. Call Stephen. Get him in here.
Call Stephen. Get him in here. Make yourself useful for once in your life. What happened? You're not coming?
No, I convinced him to come. He's just about here.
So why the long faces?
I was just discussing with Mads about our government supply. It's already wafer thin as it is, and without Stephen and his moderate faction, we'll have a double dissolution and face Labor 9 points down.
And as I was saying to Andrews, if we don't sack him, we have an accused rapist on our front bench and we're giving Labor their biggest talking point for the year.
So here we are. We have a crisis meeting with a power-hungry, egotistical, factional hack who we can't sack and have to convince, in his own mind, is leaving politics of his own accord.
Well, hold on to your butts.
Dan, wait. I talked to Andrews over the phone. Trust me, I got this. Follow my lead.
Oh, better than West Coast.
What are you on about, mate? At least we still have our stars. Who you got? Drake Stringer.
Well, at least our team's not a bunch of has-beens, just playing so they don't have to get a regular job.
Yeah, right. Fancy a drink?
Yeah, please, I'm dying of thirst here. Just scotch.
On the rocks?
Neat.
Easy.
Yeah.
I'm Maddy Peters, Andrew's chief political and media strategist, and this is my assistant, Reese Brooks.
Nice to meet you.
Please sit.
Yeah. That's right. Didn't you used to work for Henry MacDonald down in Victoria? Yeah, I knew you from somewhere.
Indeed, I did.
There you go.
Much obliged. So, how can I help Dan the man, the Prime Minister's strategist, and her assistant?
Well, a few hours ago, the PM received a tip about an explosive story hitting the front page of The Age tomorrow morning.
Okay.
And we've spoken to our sources and can confirm they are indeed running the story.
Okay, what's it about?
You, Stephen. It's about you.
Oh, fuck me, what have I done now? I said the wrong decimal point in our carbon scheme or something, huh? Fuck me. I'd like to see those bastards keep up with all this shit.
No, Stephen, the story states that during your stay in office, you've been accused of multiple instances of sexual assault, harassment, rape.
You're joking.
It's true.
Oh, well, it's not that bad.
Pardon?
It's just a smear job, no biggie.
Stephen, I do understand if you're in a bit of a state of shock.
Shock? Believe me, I am not in a state of shock. You're in a state of shock. I thought your little mate brought me here so we could roll Andrew or something. Fuck me. Who's the one who gave you this tip-off?
They're a bit tied up at the moment.
Oh. They're not so tied up that they can stop spreading this muck around. You, Maddy, what'd they say exactly?
Just that multiple women have come
Oh,
forward.
no shit, I know that part. Did they give the women's names or the positions they held?
No, we weren't able to get those details.
You're joking. You're fucking joking. I came here from the public bar and now I've been accused of rape and you don't know who by. You're the Prime Minister's media strategist and you don't know what the fuck is going on.
Stephen, we know you're a liability
Why
that
you
we no
don't
longer
know
want to...
jack shit. You know nothing. I've been accused of rape and you two know nothing.
We have a deal.
Reese.
What?
May as well tell him. The Prime Minister called Maddy and told her to offer you a deal.
Okay. Go on. Tell me what's this deal?
Well, the PM is willing to offer you an ambassadorship to France. In exchange, you resign tomorrow. No fuss. He announces an investigation that goes on for months, maybe a year, in which time you're in another country, a world away from all of this.
An investigation.
Well, yes, but you would be accompanied by Brian Quinlan. a
Yeah, I
barrister.
know who Brian is. I'm stunned. Stunned at how stupid this is.
The PM is treating this with the utmost seriousness, and we need to coordinate our PR strategy.
I don't need to do shit. Thanks for wasting my Friday night. You tell Andrew to gather up his war chest, because he's going to need everything he can get his hands on when I bring this election down on his head. An investigation. What a fucking idiot.
Stephen, please.
Stephen, don't take another step, mate.
Why? So you can waste more of my time? I could be another 3 pints down at the public bar by now.
The Age is a photo of you touching a woman
What?
at the public bar. You're both in the smokers area. Her face is blurred out, but your hands are all over her.
So what? It was consensual.
See if your wife and daughter think it's consensual, mate.
What'd you fucking say?
Daniel.
Sorry, Mads. Stephen's a tough nut. Sometimes you gotta use the stick. If you take one step out that door, I'm gonna cram that stick so far up your ass, you're gonna be a shish kebab. Perfect for the media scrum that's gonna rock up to your house in the morning.
That's your idea of a stick, eh? Threatening my family.
You did that the moment you decided to feel up your staffers, mate.
Watch it, boy! I've been playing this game long before you came out of your dad's hairy brown balls. Now where's this photo?
PM has it.
Who gave it to him?
We don't know.
Not you! I'm talking to her!
Well, I mean, ultimately, it doesn't matter who gave him the photograph. What matters is that he kept it secret.
What to use for a moment like this.
If he wanted to use it to make you toe the line, he would have done it a long time ago.
It's true. I mean, if he wanted to do it, would have used it to crush you by now.
Tell me more about this ambassadorship to France.
Mission accomplished.
Thank fuck.
You did good.
Danzig's thanking me. Quick, let me record this.
You know, I didn't know what you were going to say when I mentioned the photograph. I'm surprised you didn't make the meal out of the whole thing.
Gee, thanks.
Shut up, Quincy. Yeah. I got Maddy, Dan, all of them, giving Stephen a deal to keep this rape quiet. Shut up. Let me finish.
You know what? When you made up that whole photo thing, I had no idea what was going to happen. My heart was in my mouth.
You want some political advice?
Shoot.
Drop Reese.
Reese? Why? He may not look like much, but when he's motivated, he's...
Grin on his face when I told him you weren't going to make it tonight. And then there's what he said about you.
What did he say?
You're the reason the Libs lost the state election? Oh, I'm sure. Reese Brooks, assistant media advisor, the worst state election loss, has a purely good faith view of the whole matter. I'm sure he doesn't have an axe to grind at all.
You know what? It's not even his fault. It was Henry McDonald's. He would never listen to anyone other than himself. I remember in Good Weekend, 1 month after he lost, he gets this write-up. One sane man exits, pursued by petty politics. And he gets this perfect photograph after perfect photograph, like at the beach in orange sunlight, and him and his wife in these fluffy knitted sweaters with a beautiful misty sea behind them. You want to know how I remember Henry McDonald? I remember him backstage at the Sky News debate. State director barges in, and he says, "You are visionless. Labour light, you need to differentiate yourself." Yeah, so I said to Henry, you have to attack. Attack Labour on the economy, attack Labour on the gender ID laws, attack Labour on the lockdowns. And he brushed me off. Like, no, he'd say in that fake, pompous British accent, none of that dreadful negative stuff. We're the party of aspiration, not desperation. And that old bastard lost the debate. And then election night rolls around, and I remember him as we lose seat after seat after seat after seat, Bayswater, Nepean, Hawthorn. And that old goat looks at me with misty green eyes and says, "We gave it a bloody good shot." And then he hugs me. Hugs me. And suddenly I feel so sick. I vomit all down his back. And then the next thing I know, his wife is pulling me away and yelling at me. And I couldn't hear anything. I couldn't hear Henry. I couldn't hear the TV. All I could hear was laughing. And it was me laughing. So, I finished the Good Weekend and I call up the journalist who wrote the story. And I tell her that Henry had had an affair with his staffer 17 years ago. And that was all the papers talked about for the rest of the week. That's it. That's why we lost.
So what happened?
We lost, I just told you.
To Henry. His wife.
They divorced. But I tell you what, the media never called him the sane man of politics again. Thank you for everything that you did with Stephen. We did great, you and I. Really fucking great. If you and I work together, if we work together, you know, we would cut out all the bullshit. No factions, dickheads. We could truly change things. I'm so fucking drunk. I've gotta go. Love your work, Daniel. Catch you later.